Hello, folks. Welcome to Club Passim, the Alston edition over here. I'm Abby. I'm the club manager at Passim, and we are bringing you live music almost every night. Even though we can't be in person, we are still thrilled to be able to bring you great music every night. Now, a lot of you might have been with us last night as well. It was the first half of um, our Grateful Dead tribute done by Dead to the Core. It's this great collective that has been performing at Passim every August for the last few years with these great tribute nights. And tonight they are going to be, I don't even want to say covering, reinterpreting American Beauty. But before we get to your music for tonight, I'd like to tell you just a little bit more about Passim and what we do in the club. We are a nonprofit uh, arts organization, and in normal times, we operate a music venue in Harvard Square in our cozy little basement over there in Cambridge. Um, while we can't do that, we have moved as many things online as we can. So we're bringing you shows most nights of the week. We have restarted our open mic series on Tuesday nights. We have moved our School of Music online, including one-on-one singing lessons to songwriting classes to how to practice your instrument and get the most out of it. There's a lot that we offer over there. So if you'd like to check out any of our programs, any of our shows, any of our classes, if you'd like to sign up to perform yourself at one of our open mics, you can go to passim.org and see all of our information there. Specifically for our show lineup, you can go to passim.org/stream and see everything that we have coming up for the next couple weeks. We've been doing these virtual shows for so many months now, since March, since we shut down in March, and most of them have been coming to you from wherever the artist is streaming from. But we're slowly starting to have a couple shows back in the club. No audience yet, not for the foreseeable future, but we've started to have some artists come in and perform live from our stage. For instance, last month we had Lori McKenna do her album release show live to an empty Club Passim. So we're trying to be creative and continue to bring you this great music, but we're only able to do that with your help through your donations. Unlike normal shows, we have not been charging ticket prices to get in, but as you can see down here, we have suggested donations for every show that you watch with us online. Tonight, we're suggesting a $20 donation that gets split between the club and the artists performing tonight. Now, for last night and tonight, we have over a dozen performers. So your money gets split a lot of ways tonight. So all donations are very welcome. We suggest a $20 donation because that's what the ticket price would have been if we were having this in the club, but we're bringing it to your living room right now. So if you're able to give $20, we would greatly appreciate it. Just go to passim.org/stream and click on that yellow donate button, and you will be able to help support these artists during these times where they don't have as many forms of income as usual. They aren't able to tour. They aren't able to play out. There's no wedding gigs. So many musicians we know have not been able to make their normal living. So thank you for your support and for supporting Passim so that we are able to open our doors to artists and audience once again when things get better. So thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for your support. And I'm going to introduce the host for tonight, as well as an artist and the organizer of this Dead to the Core collective. Please welcome Jeffrey Pepper Rogers.
Hello, thank you, Abby. Awesome to be back here tonight for part 2 of our 50th anniversary celebration of Working Man's Dead and American Beauty. Wow, what a year the Grateful Dead had in 1970. Sharp left turn from what they had been doing. 2 albums that have just brought out so many classic songs that are not only some of the most loved songs by the Grateful Dead's own version, but so many have been played on stages, on other albums, around campfires, at jam sessions, open mics, everywhere. So I was thinking about it, and a few years ago, I think it was 2014, I was at the Newport Folk Festival and had a chance to hear Robert Hunter perform that year. and he was playing songs like "Friend of the Devil" and "Broke Down Palace." And up on stage, he said, "I wrote them myself, but they're folk songs now." And surely that is the case. They wrote songs on these albums that really have just been adopted by all of us. So it's a pleasure to be here. So I'm coming to you from outside Syracuse, New York. And Dead to the Core is a collective of singer-songwriters, acoustic instrumentalists from all around the Northeast who are involved in all kinds of projects, original music, traditional music, and but share this love of the Grateful Dead. It's one of the roots of where they're coming from as musicians. So we all get together to play our interpretations of favorite songs of the Grateful Dead. So you're going to hear a bunch of different people who recorded these songs in their own spaces, and we're going to run through the album sequence. In the middle, when we flip from side A to side B, we're going to also add in a little clip from Jerry Garcia, a music journalist, founding editor of Acoustic Guitar magazine, and I want to share with you a clip from an interview I did with Jerry along with David Grisman, where he was talking about the impetus behind making these records in 1970. So that's coming up at the break, as well as we're going to throw in a song that was intended to go on American Beauty but was not included. So that's coming as we flip from side A to side B. So let's get the music started. Track one, we are going to Jefferson Hamer down in Brooklyn, New York. Songwriter, traditional musician, multi-instrumentalist. And of course, the album kicks off with Box of Rain, which was written by Phil Lesh with Robert Hunter. Lyrics are very much about Phil Lesh's father in his last days. Very moving song. So let's go to Jefferson Hamer.
Look out of any window, any morning, any evening, any day. Maybe the sun is shining, birds are winging, no rain is falling from a heavy sky. What do you want me to do for you to see you through? For this is all a dream we dreamed one afternoon long ago. Walk out of any doorway, feel your way like the day before. Maybe you'll find direction around some corner where it's been waiting to meet you. What do you want me to do to watch for you while you're sleeping? Then please don't be surprised when you find me dreaming too. Look into any eyes you'll find by you can see clear to another day. maybe been seen before through other eyes on other days while going on. What do you want me to do for you to see you through? It's all a dream we dreamed one afternoon long ago. Walk in the splintered sunlight, inch your way through dead dreams to another land. Maybe you're tired and broken, your tongue is twisted with words half spoken and thoughts unclean. What do you want me to do for you to see you through? A box of rain will ease the pain and love will see you through. Just a box of rain, wind and water. Believe it if you need it. If you don't, just pass it on. Sun and shower, wind and rain, in and out the window like a moth before a flame. And it's just a box of rain. I don't know who put it there. Believe it if you need it, or leave it if you dare. And it's just a box of rain, or a ribbon for your hair. Such a long, long time to be gone, and a short time to be there.
All right, that was Jefferson Hamer kicking us off with Box of Rain. Nice meditative version of that song. From there, we're going to go to three Boston area musicians, Ryan Fitzsimmons, Lawrence Scudder, and Jim Larkin, who collaborate on a bunch of bands and a bunch of projects. And they're going to take us to the classic song here that Robert Hunter originally wrote the lyric as, "I set out running, but I take my time. It looks like water, but it tastes like wine." And it was John Dawson of the New Riders of the Purple Sage who listened to that and had the bolt of inspiration to say, "A friend of the devil is a friend of mine," and nailed that phrase down. So here is Ryan Fitzsimmons, Lawrence Scudder, and Jim Larkin with "Friend of the Devil."
I lit out from Reno, I was trailed by 20 hands. Didn't get to sleep that night till the morning came around. Sit down, running, gonna take my time. A friend with the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Ran into the devil, alone, which one of this? Spent the night in Utah in a cave up in the hills. Sit down, run a little, take my time. Friend with the devil, friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. Went down to the levee, but the devil called me there. to my $20 bill and it vanished in the air. Sit down running, but I take my time, a friend with a different friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. Got two reasons why I cry away each lonely night. First one's named Sweet and she's my heart's delight. Second one is a prison baby, the sheriff's on my trail. If he catches up with me, I spend my life in jail. Got a wife in Chico, baby, one's in Cherokee. First one says she's got my child, but it don't look like me. Sit down, running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. Oh man, wow. Got two reasons why I cry away each lonely night. First one's named Sweet and she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison baby, the sheriff's on my trail. If he catches up with me, I spend my life in jail. Got a wife in Chico, baby, one in Cherokee. First one says she got my child, but it don't look like me. Sit down, running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight.
Ryan Fitzsimmons on guitar and vocals, Lawrence Scudder on the viola, and Jim Larkin on the bass and the drums. Such an interesting time to try to figure out how to make music when we can't just get in great little venues like Passim and on a stage together and do it that way. So a lot of creative adaptations going on in that quarantine style recording there. 10 of us involved in Dead to the Core put together early on in the shutdown, put together a single of Touch of Grey, which is out in a video, and the single out in all the Spotify and Apple Music and all those places. We had a very complicated production that we all put together from all our different locations. So I say interesting times for making music. So we're going to go right back to those guys, actually to Ryan and Jim for one more song. This one is a collaboration of Bob Weir with Robert Hunter. This is Sugar Magnolia.
Blossoms blooming, heads are all empty, and I don't care. Saw my baby down by the river. I wish I had the books there. Sweet blossom, come on, wonders of nature, rolling in the bushes down by the riverside. She's got everything in life. She's got everything I need. Takes the wheel when I'm seeing double. Pays my ticket when I speak. She can scream at the rain, it's a valley. She can wait in a drop of dew. She don't come and I don't follow. Waits backstage while I sing to you. She can dance a cage in a rhythm, jump like a Willis, four-wheel drive. She's a summer lover, the spring, fall, winter. She can make it happen, any man alive. Sugar magnolia, ringing that bluebell, caught up in the sunlight. Come on out singing and walk you in the sunshine. Come on, baby, come along with me. She's got everything in life. She's got everything I need. Reason to find for the summer night moonlight. Crazy in the sunlight, yes indeed. Sometimes when the cuckoo's crying, when the moon is halfway down, sometimes when the night is dying, take me out and I wander around. I wander around. Sometimes they dream, walking in the tall stream, going where the wind blows. Blooming like a red rose, feeling I'm singing. One last thing, I'll walk you in the morning, sunshine, sunshine daydream, sunshine daydream. Walk you in the tall street, going where the wind blows. Blooming like a red rose, feeling I'm singing. While I sing, I'll fuck you in the morning, sunshine, sunshine lady, yeah.
That is Ryan Fitzsimmons with Jim Larkin, Sugar Magnolia. And from there, we're going over to me with my band. We did a backyard recording session for our tunes. And this next song was a kind of a sleeper, a fun discovery for me. Operator was a Pigpen song, and one that doesn't get played a lot. And I hadn't played it before, and I went to learn it for these shows. And my first thought was Wendy Ramsey plays clarinet in the band, one of her instruments, and I just felt like this song was waiting for clarinet, for all these kind of ragtime type lines. So we've got Wendy Ramsey on clarinet, Josh DeCaney on the drums, Jason Fridley on the bass, and a bunch of chickens and a dog milling around. And here is Operator.
1, 2, 3.
Operator, can you help me? Help me if you please. Give me the right area code and the number that I need. Am I right or left upon the midnight flyer, singing like a summer breeze? I think she's somewhere down south, down about Baton Rouge, but I just can't remember no number I can use. Directory don't have it, Central done forgot it. Got to find a number to use. Trying to check out a number, trying to run down a line. The operator said that's privileged information and I ain't no business of mine. It's flooding down in Texas, poles are out in Utah. Got to find a private line. She could be hanging around the steel mill, working in a house of blue lights, or riding a getaway bus out of Portland, talking to the nights. I don't know where she's going, I don't care where she's been, as long as she's been doing it right. Long as she's been doing it right. There's operator, me with the band, Wendy Ramsey, Josh Jacani, Jason Fridley. And from there, we're going to go back to Brooklyn to Jefferson Hamer to close out side A here with Candyman. So this is another Hunter Garcia song, haunting pedal steel guitar by Jerry on the original. And Jefferson here strips it all the way back down to solo mandolin. So here is Jefferson Hamer with Candyman.
Come on, pretty women, with your hair hanging down. Open up your window, 'cause the Candyman's in town. Come on, boys and gamblers, roll those laughing bones. 7 come 11, boys, I'll take your money home. Look out, the Candyman. Here he comes and he's gone again. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the Candyman comes around again. I come in from Memphis, where I learned to talk the jive. When I get back to Memphis, there'll be one less man alive. Good morning, Mr. Benson. I see you're doing well. If I had me a shotgun, I would blow you straight to hell. Look out, the candy man. Here he comes and he's gone again. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the candy man comes around again. Come on, boys, and wager if you've got a dime. If you've got $1, won't you lay it on the line? Hand me my old guitar, pass the whiskey round. Won't you tell everybody you meet that the candy man's in town? Oh, look out, the candy man. Here he comes and he's gone again. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the candy man come around again. Look out, the candy man. Here he comes and he's gone again. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the candy man come around again.
That was Jefferson Hamer, Candyman, solo mandolin. So cool to hear. These songs are so sturdy, such great melodies and stories. They really stand up to being played in so many ways. So I think that's one of the enduring gifts of these albums to all of us. So that's the end of side A, and we're going to take a little pause here and go to another clip from my 1993 interview with Jerry Garcia and David Grisman in Grisman's studio, place that was a real refuge for Jerry at the time, toward the end of his life there. They were doing a lot of recording and just hanging out. And just as an aside, because this doesn't come up in the interview clip, I have to just tell you one bit of trivia, maybe you haven't heard, but Jerry mentioned that at the time of they were getting ready to record American Beauty, that he and David Grisman reconnected at a softball game in Fairfax, California, between the Grateful Dead and the Jefferson Airplane. And I haven't been able to find any historical record of who won that game, which I know is probably what you're wondering, but it's been forgotten as far as I know. So anyway, in this part of the interview, Working Man's Dead and American Beauty were such a sharp turn stylistically from what the Dead had been doing in the late 60s, coming off the Oxymoxa album, crazy electric experiments. So I asked Jerry about what inspired that change of direction, and here's a little of what he had to say.
I wanted to ask about the American Beauty and Working Man's Dead when
Yeah.
you recorded with the Dead, and at least to me, some of the strongest Grateful Dead albums. I just wonder what the inspiration was, as you remember it now, for those albums amidst all the electric rock and roll.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, it was very simple for the Grateful Dead. I mean, the thing was that we had gone to such excess with our weirder albums, and we'd spent so much money. We were in the hole so deeply that I said, we've got to figure out a way to make simpler records, you guys. And I said, hey, let's make them like, straight ahead, simple, acoustic guitar, real easy songs. We'll rehearse them a lot. We won't fuck around in the studio for. I mean, we spent like 8 months in the studio on some of those. This is back in this, like 66 and 67, where people weren't doing stuff like that. We spent forever. I mean, it cost so fucking much. I mean, we never saw royalties from any of those records. We were paying them off forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was finally like, Connie, we're eating our own lunch. We have to make records that are simpler. It was really that. So I said, oh, well, the way I'm gonna contribute to this idea, I'm gonna write easy songs for one thing, like folk song kind of songs, songs that are easy to rehearse, easy to perform, and fairly, and also consequently easy to record. And then the thing of American Beauty, David happened to be in town, and there were a couple of tunes on American Beauty that just cried out for what David could add to them, and then that was the rest, of course, is history.
Yeah.
So as we switch sides here, before we start side B, we're going to throw in the song that was planned for American Beauty but didn't make the album, which is To Lay Me Down. This is performed here by Natalia Zuckerman, who's a songwriter, painter, teacher, based these days in the Hudson Valley. So To Lay Me Down, beautiful song, was on Jerry Garcia's first solo album, 1972. And then the version I learned it from, which was originally, which was the Reckoning, the acoustic live album from 1981. The lyrics to this came on this incredible day, an afternoon, one afternoon in London in 1970, when Robert Hunter, as he recalled it, was drinking Greek wine, and he wrote the lyrics to Lay Me Down, along with Broke Down Palace and Ripple, all in one afternoon. So a pretty good day of songwriting, you might say. And so here we go with To Lay Me Down, performed by Natalia Zuckerman.
Hey everybody, I'm Natalia Zuckerman, and I am thrilled and honored to play some of these songs for you, with you, these songs that we know and love. And I hope how I play them doesn't mess with you too much. And I hope you enjoy. Here's To Lay Me Down. To lay me down once more, to lay me down with my head shoulder. Let the world go by like clouds streaming to lay me down one last time, to lay me down, to lay me down, to lay me down, to lay me down one last time, lay me down, to be with you once more, to be with you, with our bodies close together. Let the world go by, all lost, dreaming, to lay me down one last time, to lay me down. To lie with you once more, to lie with you, with our dreams entwined together, to wake beside you, my love still sleeping, to tell sweet lies one last time, say goodnight, to lay me down, to lay me down, to lay me down one last time, to lay me down one last time, to lay me down one last time, to lay me down.
Natalia Zuckerman with To Lay Me Down. Like with so many of the musicians here, I first connected with them around their original music, and then sometimes later found out that we shared this root love of the Grateful Dead, and so it's part of what has made putting this Dead to the Core shows together such a joy. We just kind of connect around this music. So we're going to go next up to Maine, and Steve Roy. He had a few songs in the Working Man's Dead show last night, and with his duo partner David Surrett. They did Black Peter in the show last night. They have a guitar mandolin duo called Steve and Dave Play Dead. And but here, this is Steve by himself playing maybe the Dead's classic campfire song. And Steve plays it here with just ukulele. It's really sweet, and hope wherever you are, if you're so inclined, you might sing along, because that's what this song is made for. So here's Steve Roy with Ripple.
words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung. Would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as it were your own? It's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better left unsung. I don't know. Don't really care. Let there be songs to fill the air. Ripple in still water when there is no pebble tossed nor wind to blow. Reach out your hand. If your cup be empty, if your cup is full, may it be again. Let it be known there is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men. There is a road, no simple highway between the dawn and the dark of night. And if you go, no one may follow. That path is for your steps alone. Ripple in still water when there is no pebble toss nor wind to blow. You who choose to lead must follow. But if you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home. La da da da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da.
There's Ripple with Steve Roy up in Maine. And we are going to go back next, back to Natalia Zuckerman to do our next tune. She did this one. She made a little duet, kind of a playful little duet on Broke Down Palace with her partner, Christy Gantz. And yeah, here they are.
This is when we're starting. We're starting right now.
Gonna leave. Whoops, fare you well. Whoops. Okay, now you take verse 3. I'm gonna start over. Here we go. I know you're losing your patience. I'm trying my best. I'm professional. I know. Okay. Fare you well, my honey. Farewell, my only true one. All the birds that were shine. My time, my time will roll. In a bed by the waterside, I will lay my head, listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. Where they're gonna take me, sing me sweet and sleepy, sing me sweet and sleepy, all the way back home. It's a far-out love, so many years ago. Mama, mama, many worlds have come since I first left home. Going home by the waterside, I will rest my bones, listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. Gonna plant the weeping willow on the banks green edge. It will grow, grow, grow. Sing our by beside the water. Floods come and go. River roll, roll, roll. Fare you well, I love you more than words can tell. Listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. Fare you well, I love you more than words can tell. Listen to the river sing sweet songs to rock my soul. Listen to the river sing sweet song to rock my soul.
That was Natalia Zuckerman and Christy Gantz, Broke Down Palace. And next up is a song that is rarely played by other musicians and hardly ever played by the Grateful Dead either. It's Till the Morning Comes, and here it is. So this is a kind of a rare version of it. This is Ryan Fitzsimmons again with Lawrence Scudder and Jim Larkin.
Till the morning comes, it'll do you fine. Till the morning comes, like I always sign, knowing you the way, leaving no doubt. On my way back in, on my way back out. I tell you what I do, I watch out for you. You're my woman now. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. Until we all down, it'll do you fine. Don't think about what you left behind. The way you came, or the way you go. Let your tracks be lost in the dark and snow. Tell you what I do, I'll watch out for you. You're my woman now. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. When the shadows grow, little do you find. When the cold winds blow, it leaves your mind. The stage it takes could be yours to choose. What you may win, what you may lose. Tell you what I do, I watch out for you. You're my woman now. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. You're my woman now. You're my woman now. You're my woman now. You're my woman now. Come on, man.
Till the Morning Comes. Ryan Fitzsimmons, Lawrence Scudder, Jim Larkin, and just a couple more songs to go here. This next one, so the last two songs are me with my band in our backyard session. Next one is maybe my favorite of American Beauty, Addicts of My Life. Really just a sublime song. Loved playing it. Been singing it in a lot of shows in recent years. Feels like a very spiritual song, kind of like Broke Down Palace. It really feels to me kind of like a hymn in a lot of ways. Also was the very last song that the Grateful Dead performed, billed as the Grateful Dead. So this was one of our first times doing this as a full band, and here's Addicts of My Life. In the attics of my life, full of cloudy dreams unreal, full of taste no tongue can know, and lights no eye can see. When there was no ear to hear, you sang to me. I have spent my life seeking all that's still unsung. Bent my ear to hear the tune, and closed my eyes to see. When there were no strings to play, you played to me. In the book of love's own dream, where all the print
is blood, where all the pages are my days, and all my lights grow old. When I had no wings to fly, you flew to me. You flew to me. In the secret space of dreams, where I dreaming lay amazed, when the secrets all are told, and the petals all unfold. When there was no dream of mine, you dreamed of me.
Addicts of My Life. So once again, the band is Wendy Ramsey and Josh DeCaney and Jason Fridley. And since someone asked in the chat, the dog's name is Smokey, Jason's dog. And so we got to close it out here with the perfect closer song. Collaboration of a bunch of members of the band. Words credited to Robert Hunter. Music to Garcia, Weir, and Lesh. Kind of a band travel log. And so here we are, the band, our band, again, with Truckin'.
One, two, three, and... Truckin', got my chips cashed in, keep truckin' like a doodah man. Together, more or less in line, just keep truckin' on. Arizona on flash marquees out on Main Street. Chicago, New York, Detroit, it's all on the same street. Your typical city involved in a typical daydream. Hang it up and see what tomorrow brings. Dallas, got a soft machine. Houston, too close to New Orleans. New York, got the ways and means, but just won't let you be. Most of the cats that meet on the street pick a true love. Most of the time they're sitting and crying at home. But one of these days they know they gotta get going. Out of the door and down to the street all alone. Trucking like the doodah man once told me, you got to play your hand. Sometimes the cards ain't worth a dime if you don't lay them down. Sometimes the light's all shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me what a
long, strange trip it's been. Sitting and staring out of the hotel window. Got a ship, they're gonna kick the door in again. I like to get some sleep before I travel, but if you got a war at night, you're gonna come in. Busted down on Bourbon Street, set up like a bowling pin. Knocked down, gets to wearing thin. They just won't let you be.
What about Sweet Jane?
But what in the world ever became of Sweet Jane? She lost her sparkle, you know she isn't the same. Living on red vitamin C and cocaine. All a friend can say is ain't it a shame. Trucking up to Buffalo, been thinking you got to mellow slow. It takes time. You pick a place to go and get back trucking. Oh. Hey, you're sick of hanging around, need to travel. You're tired of traveling, you want to settle down. I guess they can't revoke your soul for trying. Get out of the door and light a look all around. Sometimes the lights are shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me. What a long, strange trip it's been. Trucking, I'm a-going home. Whoa, whoa, baby, back where I belong. Back home, sit down and patch my bones and get back trucking on. Hey, now get back trucking home. 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 All right, so there's the end of Side B, American Beauty. What an album, what a collection of songs. So I just want to say a big thank you to all the musicians who were part of last night's show and tonight's. We had Jefferson Hamer, Steve Roy, David Surrett, Ryan Fitzsimmons, Lawrence Scudder, Jim Larkin, Natalia Zuckerman, Christy Gantz, and my bandmates Wendy Ramsey, Josh DeCaney, Jason Fridley. All these musicians have original music and other projects really worth checking out. If you go to deadtothecore.com, you can learn more about this project. You can find out about our Touch of Grey video single that we released. And you can link to everybody's individual websites. You can hear a little bit more about what all these versatile, great musicians have to offer. So, and finally, huge thank you to Club Passim for presenting this really important venue for so many of us. Has continued to do so much during this shutdown to support the music community, not just presenting shows like this, but big, important grant programs, giving aid to musicians in need, giving grants for musicians for projects every year. So really important to support not only the musicians, but the spaces that we all need to make the music happen. So thank you to Passim, everybody at Passim, and thanks to Abby. Yeah, be safe, be well. Can't wait to do this all in person, hopefully not too long down the road. So thanks so much for watching.
Thank you, Jeffrey, and thanks to you for being the one who to put this all together. I know it is not easy to corral this many musicians, and every year you pull together such great shows. So folks, do go to deadtothecore.com, check out everyone's solo stuff, but also keep your eye there, especially next year. Every August they do a run of shows. They've started to turn these into a tour, a few shows during that first week of August. So keep your eye there if you'd like to hear more from this ensemble. And to support both Passim and the artists that you saw these last couple nights, please do donate. We are suggesting a $20 ticket donation for each of the shows that you saw this week. You can go to passim.org/stream, click on the yellow donate button, and you'll have the option to donate by card or by PayPal, whichever is easier for you. Do keep in mind that we're splitting this between both the club and about a dozen artists. So anything that you can give is big help. But thank you so much for coming out and supporting us. We will see you next time.
Thank you. Good night.